Let's start. I, he, she, it, and then everything else. Good. So here we've got I, am, he, she, it, is, and everything else? Are. Okay, we know this. We learned this when we were small, very small. Now, when we do subject-verb agreement, let's use some colors. I told you look for the S over here. This will tell you verb plus S. This one does not have any S, which means this one becomes a verb without S. And this one, same thing. No S, which means verb. Okay. Now, after this, we now have two things we can add to our cheat sheet. That's going to be present participle and past participle. Now, first part, already easy. What are these two words over here? Is and are. Now, those are called the principal parts. Okay. For those of you who forgot, there's the cheat sheet. When do I use and? When do I use is? When do I use are? One is missing from the sheet. Who can identify which one is missing? Am is missing. Okay, so when I give you your sheet, you can add am to it. But what is the difference between present and present participle? If you look at the board, what is something you can immediately see? Plus ing. Good. So when we write our participle, present participle, we need to now make our new branch. We will have plus verb plus ing. Okay? Same thing over here. What will happen with is? Same thing. We add verb plus ing. And for everything else? Verb plus, woo, class, come on. Who can tell me what happens here? Verb plus ing stays the same. Okay? Stays the same. Now, this is for the present participle. What about present? What present are they talking about here? Because there's a present tense and there's a present tense. What kind of present tense is that actually? Present simple. If I have present tense without an am, is, or are, then it's called present simple. Now, present participle, that is, am, are, verb plus ing. How about past? How do we add the past to our cheat sheet? Who remembers? For past, we only add ed. It's very simple. If you look at the board, just add ed. So let's use another color. So for this one here, we go verb plus ed. Okay, same thing down here. What happens here? Verb plus ed. And this one down here? Verb plus ed. You see the rule stays about the same. But there's one new thing we're going to learn today, and that is when to use has, when to use have, and when to use had. Now, had is one of the things I don't want you to use when we do our exercises. Anybody have any idea why I don't want you to use had? Yes, Andrew. Good. You can use had anywhere. You can say, I had been running to school. Had works. But you can also say, he had been running to school. That still works. Or you could say, they had been running to school. It still works. So every time if you just write had, you get the correct answer, but you didn't practice when to use has or when to use have. Okay? So since we're practicing, I don't want you to use have. I want you to practice using has and have. Everybody understand this? Okay. Class is so quiet today. I promise you, I do not eat people. Okay?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? I like to eat people.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. So since we have the cheat sheet for subject-verb agreement, we can use the same cheat sheet for using has and have. And that is using of S. When we see S, we use which one? Has. Do you see we keep with S? Okay? This one here, does it have any S's? No. So which one do we use? Have. And the same thing over here. Any S's? No. So we use have. Okay? Everybody understand this? But there's one thing missing. What do I have to add at the back? We cannot just say have or has. We need to add the verb. So for regular verbs, we add which one here? Verb ed. Okay? That's why we did verb ed. So we add verb ed. Same thing over here. Here we add the verb plus ed. And the last one up here, plus verb plus ed. Okay, I know, very colorful.